So this is me, just announcing live on air on CNBC when we raised 650 million US dollars. And today, I want to tell you the story of how I got onto the screen. This is me in 2011. When I raised my very first check for my first startup. What you can see here is a young man that doesn't have confidence, that until this point didn't know really what to do with his life, that was full of doubt, that didn't know what life would bring and whether I would enjoy the ride. But things have changed. I found a repeatable way of raising capital. I call it the power of imagination, and I want to share this secret with you today. So the very first thing is setting yourself a very ambitious goal. What I typically do is I look what was the largest amount of money ever raised in that stage in my industry. And then I take a very simple formula. I set my target to 2 times this amount. So our Series A, the largest round ever raised till date was 15 million. We raised 30. Our Series B, the largest round ever in insuretech, was 120. Guess what? We raised 240. So the first thing is set yourself a high ambition, but that's obviously not enough. The second thing is create belief in yourself that you're able to achieve your target. You need to think about what are you going to be able with this amount of capital? How can you take your company into the next era? How can you evolve and change your organization with the available capital and then become convinced that this is exactly the right thing? One of the examples when we raised the 240 million round was that I looked at what would I do with this capital. And the decision was to launch our own insurance company. It was a very controversial decision, but it was a necessary decision that enabled us to grow to the size we are today. It was a very risky decision, but I had a very profitable and very good way to deploy the capital, and that gave me the self-confidence to go out there and say, I need this capital. The second thing, and this is the third thing, and this is where the magic happens, is imagination. You need to imagine yourself having achieved your goal already. How does it feel? What do the people that you talk to tell you? How will the sleep be after you've achieved your target? How much pressure will fall off your shoulders? So really use all of your senses to imagine how will it feel when I've achieved my goal. And then you need to talk about it. Don't be the best secret in town. And if you've done the work, people will see the person that has already achieved the target in front of them. They understand that you're serious. You will meet the right people, and the right people will open the doors for you. And then you need to execute. And the larger your goal, the more you will be challenged. The larger the goal, the more shit will be thrown at your face. The larger the goal, the more life is trying to test you whether you are actually serious about it. And this is me in 2017. I was in a lot of pain. This was supposed to be the best summer of my life. I was getting married. Instead, it turned into what I call the Black Summer. Our company was about to go bankrupt. No investor wanted to invest in us. Every investor turned us down. I lost the belief in myself. But I was able to regain strength and save the company. And I was able to build a company that employs 1,000 people, that has raised 1.5 billion till date, that is now valued 4.5 billion, that generates 800 million in revenues. I am certain I'm building a generational company. And this was made possible through the power of imagination. And the road to success is not a straight line. But with the power of imagination, you can climb any hill, no matter how steep it is. And this, by the way, doesn't only count for fundraising. This counts for every single endeavor in life. Whether it is your marriage, and you imagine yourself having a beautiful family with your kids and a great relationship to your children that is deep and full of loving and caring. Whether this is other important things to you in life, the power of imagination works every time. 2 years ago, my brother had a baby. We were all anticipating the birth. The baby was born and we realized something is wrong. The baby had a rare disease called brittle bone disease. The kid had 27 fractures in the first year of his life. We were changing the diapers and we broke the leg. My brother and me also used the power of imagination. We gathered the best experts from all around the world because this disease is not curable. We are not where we want to be, but we are far advanced, and we are certain that we are going to find a cure for this disease because we believe in ourselves and that nothing can break us down. Thank you very much.